So Commissioner Dynamo feels like people are misunderstanding Kendrick's message on his last leak. Says Kendrick's "Watch the Party Die" is being misunderstood.
Yes.
Even though he never really labeled the record. I don't think it's officially labeled. So let's see what his take is. Go check out his channel. We reacting to what he got to say. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to comment, subscribe, thumbs up. Slap that red button. Let's see the nuggets we missed, man. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard on a first time listen to catch a lot.
Oh, especially
when we go back and we start seeing everything after people watched it and did everything. It's it's kind of fascinating to see. Wow, oh, that meant this, or just people's perspective on just the way they consume the music.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
Let go.
Omar coming, y'all. Omar coming. Come on. Get out of here. Omar coming. Put that shit down.
Oh, damn.
Coming, come. Somebody is coming now. Come on, let's go. Yeah.
So I ain't gonna lie. Nowadays, it kind of is like that. It's like whatever he drops, they running.
Yeah.
Everybody's running. I don't think anybody's running towards the smoke no more.
No.
You know what I mean?
So Kendrick dropped out of nowhere, and in doing
SpongeBob
so, like he did in April, ruined my plans for uploading something else.
A few moments later.
Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Drake way better.
The move of drop.
You know, that's interesting to hear Charles White say what he's saying. Because he always talks about uplifting people, you know what I'm saying, about the black youth and this and that and how they're lost. And he's saying nobody want to hear that. Which is kind of hypocritical in a sense, no?
Yeah.
I would say so. I would say it's just kind of, because, I mean, he does have a lot of great points on what he says.
Yes.
A lot of times he do be saying what Kendrick be saying. It's kind of like he took his playbook from Kendrick.
Right.
If you really think about it.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Drake way better.
The move of dropping this song at this moment is fucking terrible. Not bad at all. But it's clearly either a song that was in his war chest for the battle or a song directly or clearly aimed at Drake.
As time has gone on, I have understood his expression he donned on Damn's album cover more and more. And apparently Kendrick used a random eBay listing of black Air Forces as his song cover. This man.
Hey, man, that's ghetto. Gotta keep it ghetto.
He is probably the most villainous nomad I've ever seen in music. I'm gonna tell you what this song is actually about. No, it's not about Drake. It's not primarily directed at him. No, it's not primarily directed at academics. This is concerning the game, the genre, the culture, and Kendrick's growing disdain and disgust of that which is now. But
yo, you know what? You know where I had a level of ambiguity to it that I didn't catch, and maybe you guys can put it in the comments, is when he said radio personalities. Like at first I thought he was going towards academics. But then when I heard the radio personality, academics really isn't a radio personality. He's a streamer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even when he was on Complex, it wasn't radio. It was digital.
I think it was more talking about like the influencers and stuff. So
yeah.
I just think like radio person it just matched with the words.
Played better?
Yeah.
Or just Kendrick's just an old head?
Yeah, that too probably.
Yeah, old head. We still use the word radio. I don't think anybody listening to the radio no more. But all right, let's go.
Didn't Kendrick say he's what the culture's feeling? Now he's not feeling the culture. What a hypocrite. Okay, first of all, shut your whore mouth. Second.
That's interesting too, because he's basically saying that, Drake pimps him out. Yeah. A lot of people feel that way because, he's always in the corner for Drake.
Yeah. He's
always in Drake's corner. No matter what Drake does, he's in his corner. And he always gives these biased, excuses for Drake and for what Drake does. And then when Kendrick does something, he looks for reasons to
hate it.
Not completely hate it, but yeah, he has completely hated before. But he also looks for these little biased excuses just for a reason to, curve the narrative a little bit. It's like he's trying to shift the narrative.
Definitely.
In order to get into this, I'm going to explain the sentiments of these albums and how they culminate into this song that we are now presented with today. I won't be focusing on Overly Dedicated or Section 80 because I believe the projects that come after it have more to do with each other. And there's a thematic story thread that begins with Good Kid, Mad City and reaches all the way to Mr. Morale. Good Kid, Mad City, as the title would suggest, is about a good kid in a mad city, but it's also dreams and aspirations for the future. On Money Trees, he raps, dreams of living life like rappers do. On Backseat Freestyle, he says, Martin had a dream, Kendrick had a dream. He's talking a lot about things he wants to do when he gets into a position that he knows he's capable of, as well as with everything else that goes on with Good Kid, Mad City. To Pimp a Butterfly is him now being there, fully realized, and he believes with his newfound fame, his prowess and acumen, among so many other things, he has what it takes to instill great change in the world. And that's, of course, among other things, because this album is packed with so many different concepts, layers, this, that, and the other. But that's one of the more overarching threads. Damn is Kendrick realizing that not only can he not change the world, but it may in fact be doomed. Damn. Mr. Morale is him looking at himself in a mirror and thinking, how can you change the world when you can't even change yourself? You have long-standing issues you've yet to address. You have past trauma that hasn't been properly dealt with, infidelity, as well as self-hatred.
And I spoke a little bit on that when we was doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how we all have our flaws, man. We all have our vices, our issues, our traumas, man. And you know, when you choose yourself, that's the only way you're gonna get better, man. You can't fix everybody else's problems. Try to be the problem solver of everybody else when you got your problems your own self.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? It's like the coach trying to go in for the last quarter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't
Trying to
do
get on in the last quarter. You can't do it. You know what I'm saying? He could tell you how to play the game. He could tell you what's going on, but he can't really get in there and play the game himself.
Yep.
Yourself. You have long-standing issues you've yet to address. You have past trauma that hasn't been properly dealt with, infidelity, as well as self-hatred. But by the album's end, he's finally able to collect the pieces of himself and construct a new man. One that doesn't feel duty-bound to provide the people with bread, butter, knowledge, and wisdom. One that isn't beholden to the people and not his family. Kendrick is not your savior. I choose me, I'm sorry. Which then brings us to the messaging in this song, Watch the Party Die, where he says, I think it's time to watch the party die. This shit done got too wicked to apologize. It's a double meaning, not only referencing his exchange with Drake, but also speaking to the world itself. It's too wicked here. Things have gone too far left. It's too late for y'all to apologize for it.
Well, let's keep it 100. The world's been messed up way before us.
Yes.
I mean, just go back to colonial times and all of that. The way they used to, way they used to handle people back in them days. I mean, it was torture. They would torture people.
Yeah, it just seems like it's so bad because of the fact that we got social media. I feel. Now
it's all at a click.
Yeah.
Everything, all the craziness you want to see, all the foolishness, the fuckery, you can see it. Just each swipe, that's all you see is the foolishness, because that's what gets clicks.
Yep.
So it seems that way. It still is that way, and it's always going to be that way until the world burns up and we're done.
Yep.
He spoke on watching the party die. The party is the fuckery, the buffoonery, the malarkey. You saw it in the Ten Commandments. When the shepherd left, there was nonsense abound. Nobody gave a damn about anything. Lawless Sodom and Gomorrah activities. Integrity and morals were used as toilet paper. Kendrick looks on in disgust as he sees this. He thinks, if I can't save it, I'll destroy it.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Hee-haw, yes. The guy feel like a cowgirl. I'm ready to... Oh, thank you, baby. This is so cute. That was good. Coconut.
I don't believe the record is just about Drake. I think he's talking about just the culture, people in the world, society, the
media,
industry,
TV.
media. And I'm going to tell you something, Kendrick, you're going to drive yourself crazy, okay? The only thing you can do is continue to be the change you want to see in the world, because this ain't stopping no time soon.
That's right.
It's just not.
Today I'm going to be trying a chocolate wabbit. I don't believe in
this is random.
It's the bunny. It's the bunny. It's the bunny. It's the bunny.
Do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created?
Ooh, that's good. That's a good point. That's a good point. I never thought of it that way. You know how a lot of times things are going on. You're just like, why, God? You know?
Yeah.
Where are you? Shit's crazy. He's like, man, nah, I see worse. I'm gonna chill right here.
I mean, we're too far gone. Like God himself would have to come back, and even then,
people wouldn't believe it.
They would not believe it.
What surprised me about this song was that it just wasn't called The Heart anything. Normally, whenever Kendrick is about to release an album or he's in album mode, we get a The Heart song. But perhaps this could signify a change in how he's approaching things. Perhaps he isn't concerned with speaking to people's hearts anymore and would rather rip it out of their chests. He might very well be into some Joker-esque energy for this album. But you'll still get tweets like this. Had it not been for Kendrick doing what he did on Like That, we wouldn't have experienced quite possibly the greatest rap battle in hip-hop history. As Kendrick said in the song, it's time for him to prove that he's a problem. If you are like that, show me. Drake doesn't have the cojones to pull off what Kendrick did. He doesn't have the cojones to have made a Control. He would have never done these things, and hip-hop would have been lesser for it. So to anyone watching who doesn't like Kendrick, and most of the time it's for the wrong reasons, or you may say he needs Drake in order to go platinum, or he needs Drake in order to be relevant, I could say that very same thing when it comes to Kendrick and hip-hop. Hip-hop needs a Kendrick, or else it will get bland, it will become stale with people who are refusing to push the boundaries or create anything new. They'd rather clout chase and copy off of each other's songs and never take risks. Because if you take risk, there is the chance that you may fail. And if you fail, you'll get disliked, ratioed, and people will say, haha, your album went plastic or it went wood. And some won't even listen to the album that's supposedly bad. They'll just piggyback off of what others are saying. And that's how bad things are. Too many artists now get caught up in making music for other people instead of making music they truly believe in, making music for themselves. And I believe you need an individual or multiple people like that in almost any facet of entertainment.
And that's true, because if you think about it, just look at Drake's example. Drake dropped all of these 100 gigabytes, everything. Nobody's going crazy for it. Nobody's even really looking for it.
No.
But then Kendrick just drops a random and everybody's going insane.
Right.
And it's not a party track. It's nothing. It's, you know what I'm saying? Very, deep conceptual track.
Yep.
It's a very deep conceptual trap. To be honest with you, a lot of it is cryptic messaging.
Definitely.
A lot of it is cryptic messaging. I don't think a lot of us will probably completely understand where he was going with it.
Mm-hmm.
I would love for a lot of these rappers to break down their lyrics, because you would see just how deep and how far, you know what I mean?
Their mind goes.
It goes. You know what I'm saying? How far that splinter in their mind goes, because I'm telling you, I know that there's a lot to his message.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of us ain't even getting. Even with all of the Google searches and everybody doing what they're doing, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more there.
Oh, definitely.
And there's different concepts that we think that they're this way, but they're actually really something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But hey.
Someone that not only has confidence in their music and who they happen to make it with, but respects the genre they so happen to make it in. A student of the game that enjoys the journey, loves the craft, the work that goes into it, and the destination is of little consequence. People feel that. It bleeds through what you create.
I listened, man. Like, we played house parties, bro, every night. Like, I love it to a point I can't even describe it. I'm not doing it to have a good song or one good rap or a good hook or a good bridge. I want to keep doing it every time. Period. And to do it every time, you have to challenge yourself and you have to confirm to yourself not anybody else. Confirm to yourself that you're the best. Those before me and the respect I have for them, I want to hold myself high on that same pedestal 10, 15 years from now.
I too sometimes wonder what Lecrae would do.
All right, so
Drake is a phenomenal rapper, but Drake is a fan of the culture. Kendrick is a product of the culture. It's a difference.
See, there's a very big difference of that. And I would say, I think that's another reason why you don't just get a song from Kendrick, except, you know, besides the beef, every 6 months or oversaturating it and just dropping whatever works. It takes him a long time because he fights with himself about what he's putting out.
Yeah.
He wants to consciously put something out that he really, 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 really is proud of.
Yeah, like he won't have to go, because like a lot of rappers and artists, period, they have those tracks that, man, I wish I would have never did that, or, you know, I'm disappointed in that era.
Yeah.
Kendrick, nah. Quality over quantity.
I could definitely tell you right now, his local CVS gets they are completely out of notebooks because he just goes through page after page after page. I'm pretty sure he throws away. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of raps he threw away.
Yeah.
He thought he had it and he went back to the drawing board.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I just really think he's like a perfectionist like that, and he wants a message to be so complete.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But that being said, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. If you're new to the channel, forget to comment, scrap thumbs up, slap that red button.